Hello everyone, today I'm going to share with you a terrifying experience that happened to me. It's something that still gives me chills just thinking about it. This is my story of a live stream gone horribly wrong. Let's get started. Story. I had always been fascinated by the supernatural. As a content creator, I often explored haunted locations and shared my experiences with my audience. My followers loved the thrill, the suspense, and the real-time fear. Little did I know, my next live stream would be the most terrifying yet. One evening, I received a tip from a subscriber about an abandoned asylum on the outskirts of town. The place had a dark history, filled with tales of madness, suffering, and unexplained disappearances. It was the perfect setting for my next live stream. Eager for a new adventure and more views, I decided to go there that very night. As I arrived at the location, the place looked even more ominous in person. The towering, decayed structure stood as a ghostly reminder of its past. The air was thick with an unsettling silence, broken only by the occasional rustle of leaves and distant animal cries. I set up my camera and started the stream. Hey, everyone, I'm here at the old asylum. This place has some crazy stories, and tonight, we're going to see if any of them are true, I said, trying to keep my voice steady despite the growing sense of dread. As I stepped inside, the creaking floorboards and the musty smell of decay greeted me. The chat was buzzing with excitement, urging me to explore deeper into the asylum. Room after room, I found nothing but broken furniture, shattered windows, and graffiti-covered walls. The deeper I went, the colder it became. Suddenly, a loud bang echoed through the halls. I spun around, camera in hand, but saw nothing. My viewers were spamming the chat, asking if I was okay. I assured them I was fine, but my heart was racing. I pressed on, determined to uncover the secrets of this place. As I reached the basement, the air grew colder, and an overwhelming sense of dread washed over me. I found a door slightly ajar, with a faint light flickering from within. Pushing the door open, I saw an old operating room, complete with rusty medical equipment and stained walls. In the center of the room was an old, tattered gurney. I approached the gurney, and as I did, the lights flickered and went out, plunged into darkness. I fumbled for my flashlight. When I finally turned it on, I saw something that made my blood run cold. Standing at the far end of the room was a figure, shrouded in darkness, staring directly at me. "Did you see that?" I whispered, my voice trembling. The chat exploded with messages of fear and disbelief. The figure started moving towards me, its footsteps echoing in the silent room. I backed away slowly, my flashlight flickering. Just as the figure was about to reach me, it vanished. I was alone again, but the fear remained. Suddenly, the room temperature dropped even further, and I could see my breath in the air. The lights flickered back on, revealing a message scrawled on the wall in what looked like blood. "Leave now." Panicking, I turned to leave, but the door slammed shut. Trapped, I tried to stay calm and think. The chat was going wild, suggesting ways to escape. I noticed a small window high on the wall, my only way out. Climbing onto the gurney, I managed to push the window open and squeeze through. Outside, I ran as fast as I could back to my car, the asylum looming behind me like a dark sentinel. I jumped in, locked the doors, and drove away without looking back. My heart pounded in my chest, the fear still gripping me. When I finally got home and ended the stream, I sat in silence, trying to process what had happened. The asylum had been more than just a haunted location for a live stream. It had been a nightmare brought to life. My viewers had witnessed it all, and I knew I could never go back to that place. The days following the terrifying live stream were filled with an uneasy calm. The asylum's shadows seemed to follow me, and I couldn't shake the feeling that I was being watched. My nights were plagued by restless dreams of dark figures and eerie whispers. I tried to resume my normal routine, but the weight of that night lingered. One evening, as I was going through the footage from the live stream to review viewer comments, I noticed something unsettling. There were sections of the footage that were missing, or more accurately, corrupted. The footage from the basement, where I had encountered the dark figure, was completely gone. What remained were static-filled frames and distorted sounds. Determined to understand what had happened, I reached out to a few tech-savvy friends. They analyzed the footage but couldn't explain the corruption. Theories range from technical glitches to something far more sinister. Despite their reassurances, I couldn't shake the feeling that there was more to the asylum than met the eye. A week later, I received an anonymous message with a link to a live stream recording from another content creator. Curiosity got the better of me, and I clicked the link. The footage was from the same asylum, but this time, it was much clearer. The content creator, a young woman with a small following, was exploring the asylum at night. I watched in horror as she entered the same basement I had, her excitement turning to fear as she encountered the same dark figure. The stream cut off abruptly, and the screen went black. There was no follow-up, and her social media profiles went silent. I tried to contact her, but there was no response. Her disappearance was a chilling echo of my own experience, and it confirmed my worst fears. Determined to uncover the truth, I returned to the asylum, but this time, I was not alone. I brought along a small team of paranormal investigators, hoping their expertise would help me understand what was happening. We set up cameras and equipment to document everything, making sure to record every detail. As we ventured back into the asylum, the atmosphere was even more oppressive than before. The temperature dropped, and the silence was deafening. We reached the basement, and as we prepared to explore, one of the investigators found an old journal hidden beneath the floorboards. The journal detailed the asylum's grim history experiments conducted on patients, disappearances, and whispers of a malevolent entity that fed on fear. Reading the journal, I realized that the entity was not just a figment of imagination. It was a powerful force that had been feeding off the fear of those who entered the asylum. It was using the live streams and the viewers' reactions to strengthen itself, drawing more energy from their fear. As we continued our investigation, we encountered disturbing phenomena. Shadows moved on their own, whispers filled the air, and the temperature plummeted. The entity seemed to be growing stronger, reacting to our presence. We decided to leave, but the asylum had other plans. The exit doors were jammed, and every attempt to leave only led us deeper into the maze of hallways. We were trapped. Panic set in as the entity's presence became more intense. Its anger palpable. The team began to falter, and the fear was nearly overwhelming. In a desperate attempt to escape, I remembered the window I had used before. We managed to reach the room with the window, but it was blocked by debris. With a collective effort, we cleared the path and climbed through. We emerged outside, exhausted and shaken. That night, I ended the investigation and vowed never to return. The asylum had revealed its true nature, a place where fear was the ultimate currency. The footage and evidence were too disturbing to share. I decided to leave the asylum's dark secrets buried and focus on safer, more controlled content for my audience. The experience left me with a deep sense of respect for the unknown and the supernatural. I understood now that some places are better left alone, and some entities are best avoided. My time in the asylum had changed me, and I carried its shadows with me, a constant reminder of the thin line between reality and the darkness being. And so, this is the end of my story, a journey into fear and darkness that taught me the limits of courage and the way of unseen forces. Thank you for watching and listening. Remember, some places hold secrets best left undiscovered, and some experiences are too terrifying to repeat. Stay safe and stay curious, but never forget the dangers that lurk in the shadows.